Yeah, sorry about that. No, let me just continue. Like I said, let me speak about the scripture. So for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famine and pestilence and earthquake in diverse places. Now, like I said a while ago, all these things are pestilence. This old big C, this big V, is what do you call it? Is tsunami, storm, storm, hurricane, tornado. I mean, watch that. There's a massive tornado that wiped out a big area there in the US. A matter of fact, two. In two separate events. I have a lot of places washing away. Not only in the US, but even in China, in a lot of places around the world, things happen on a large scale, a high volume that never been recorded in certain areas in certain time, right? You have certain weather pattern change in different time, and it's all to call it climate change. But seeing if you understand the whole prophecy line, you realize that the Most High is actually um um revealing Matthew 24, showing that, hey, look, them things are gonna take place before the great and dreadful day of the Most High, you know, and these things actually, yeah, see them in front of your face, right? And all these things are pestilent. Seeing earthquake in diverse places, earthquake. If you, I think near I think the elder of Jamaica with a reason based upon of earthquake 3D, and earthquake 3D, I think is a computer model that you actually see the amount of earthquake that shake around the world throughout the day or whenever, and it's not the amount what them carry up on TV like the one or two or three will shake. It's shaking on a high volume. You understand? Record high. So you get to realize, this thing is more than what they're saying. You understand? No, what they are not saying, which are where the prophet are saying, is that the Most High actually closing up this chapter, right? This whole entire kingdom is falling. This is prophecy unfolding in front of your faces, right? It look like Nam, but it is not, right? It and all these are the beginning of sorrows, right? I'm still reading Matthew 24, and I reach Matthew 24 and 8. It said, all these things are beginning of sorrow. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and kill you, and ye shall be eaten of all nations for my name's sake. And this is speaking about the elect, because we are speaking this word day in and day out, not privately but publicly, and seeing all his law implementing according to this big C, it's going to bring down the thing to a small point where you have people coming up against us, the prophet. Yeah, yeah. And then because this what we're speaking is against the system, and it is not um fit in them law, or in them agenda. So it's like we are a threat to the system that they're implementing. So therefore, their imagination or whatever is to get rid of their money. So in and and everybody speak up against system too. You know, their aim is get rid of them, because them is like a disease to the system has come to them, right? Which are they are the disease, right? But they just show you that prophecy really showed up in your face, man, right? So as Yahushua said, then shall they deliver you up and afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be eaten of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall my name, and then shall slack here, and then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and and shall hate one another. But this is actually happening now. If you really check it on a level, you know, you have this big C's causing a wide division amongst one another, you know, couples, brothers and sisters, family, you know, whoever, you know, people actually hate them one another, hate them friends or family where them grew up in a one house with, actually, if you really look on it, you know. Because this big C is causing a big division among people. You know, beautiful and a big division. Right? Let me read again. And then shall many be offended and shall betray one another. God, them must lot them wider. You know, when them come for small, them must have seen there, in that see me. You know, them must sell them wider. They must sell, yeah, and people sell away out also. People are sell away out. You know, and shall hate one another, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And we're seeing that, right? And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he shall, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this scripture is beautiful right here, because the end is not yet come, and this is where Christians get beat a lot. Because if you ask a Christian now, them say them saved. But guess what? The scripture say, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. But we're not the end yet. But Christians say them saved. So you know, so them not really speak unto the scriptures. So, you know, the thing I take time and unfold and wrap, you know, because the prophecy actually I come to a fulfill. See? Let me jump to 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as many, for as in the days of, for as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking and marrying and giving in marriage until the until this day. And you know the thing about that scripture what me really interest me is that you find a lot of people in these times now about the altar because them are married. And that's a big thing right now. Right? That's a huge thing right now. Seeing until the days they that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood comes and took them all away. And there's a spiritual ark built now. The men out there on the highway and the byway is building a spiritual ark, which is a spiritual and in a physical ark, because it's the same thing that the men of the Lord right now doing on the street side, prophesying don't fall the kingdom and what to come. It was the same thing that Noah were doing at his time, and they laugh and scoff just in the same manner. So it's nothing different. See, as like the scripture said, nothing is new on the face of the sun. So everything is actually coming back, is repeating, and let me say that better like a way, everything back is coming to a fulfillment of the scripture. So these things that are happening now is not random. And if people really sit down and sit on them butt and read things, say, oh, it nam, them crazy. This is crazy, man. The level of chaos that actually happened in 2 years, most of even, let me say, I'm not going to put even me in it. My grandmother and probably my father probably never witnessed in their lifetime, to the amount of chaos that happened in 2 years. Seeing? So the prophecy really unfold, the thing really coming to an end. People really still asleep. It's Jake. So you're gonna catch me like a thief in the night. Seeing? So what I wanna say, I'll praise this day how but sheep me